We pull no punches. Press the button, subscribe.
Fight fans, welcome, and I'm delighted to get back on my channel for this fight breakdown, stroke preview, prediction show. None other than Steve Spivak. Steve, how you doing, mate?
Hi, Darren. Yeah, I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks. Really interested to do this show with you to talk about this, I think, fascinating rematch, but I will come to you about the split opinions on this fight. I've had a few DMs off boxing fans saying to me the hype isn't as much for this one compared to the first. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. The way the first one was, I'm really looking forward to this rematch. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, I feel the same. To be honest with you, the first fight was better than I actually thought it was going to be, and I remember the moments. It's just, it had everything, had the drama, the build up. I still get goosebumps when I see Chris Eubank Sr. appear. I was shouting at the TV. It had that drama. I was shouting at the He's turned up. It's like that. And it had everything. The drama, the headbutt, the cut eye. It was much better. I'm not sure I was riding on massive emotions, but yeah, I'm hyped for this, definitely.
Yeah, so that's exactly how I feel. But I have had, as I said, the DMs where, where's the hype for this fight? We're not hearing much from it. I said, wait till fight week when it
Yeah.
really starts building. I mean, I've been looking at ticket sales. There's still a fair few tickets left, but I anticipate the fight week, building to the fight, we are going to see a dramatic change in things. But onto the fight, where it's the same clauses as the first one, the controversial £10 rehydration clause,
Mm-hmm.
which prohibits either fighter from weighing above £170, which is 10 above the contracted limit of £160
Yeah.
on the morning of the weigh-in on fight day. As we know, Chris Eubank missed the initial weight by 0.05 pounds, but made the rehydration limit, and he got hit with a hefty 375k fine for missing the initial weight.
Yeah.
We've had the things with the 20-second Eubank video of the ambulance, which said he was 20 minutes waiting in the car park. We've had the pictures of how he looked after the fight as well, about he needed more care and attention.
What about the pictures before in the sleeping bag? Like,
Well, exactly. Oh, there's so much that was building up to the first that.
Yeah.
What my point was coming to is, with all the shenanigans that has happened, I've seen people asking me and people on social media saying, with all the shenanigans that's happened, why has he agreed to this again? Do you think it's just a case of money talks?
Absolutely. The fight itself, the first fight is, and it always will be, just a money fight. Making money on base. I think I said this before, on the dad's names, basically, and they're not going to earn this money ever again. They're not going to be world title contenders. They're not, simple as that. So to take the money, I think it's like 18 million. I think they're splitting between them for this fight that they're saying.
No titles on the line, even
No
nothing.
titles on the line, and you're never going to get a payday like that. You'd be lucky to get a payday like that in a title fight. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's pure money fight. That's what it's about. But it is called prize fighting at the end of the day. So I can't blame him. The money's there. Go for it.
But they are saying as well, they're billing it as legacy on the line, obviously with the father. So there is that obviously in with it. But overall, yeah, there's too much money to turn down, isn't there, for this rematch?
Yeah, I think, win or lose, if you're paying me 8-10 million, I feel all right in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All them bruises under your eyes and everything. You look in the bank balance. That it was worth it.
Yeah. And I know you're going to talk about the ambulance incident, what obviously Eubank Jr.'s posted this week and made everyone aware of. I think that was crazy, to be honest with you. Boxing, we know, is such a dangerous sport, and if it is true in that delay to get that ambulance out there, that is crazy.
I agree with you on that. Totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
That is wrong. But his initial vendetta was Eddie Earn and his team blocked my ambulance in.
Mm-hmm.
Like Frank Warren, I think it was, who said the other day in an interview about that's not to do with Eddie and his team. That's to do with the event staff.
Yeah.
So it's bad, but I think his argument of 20 minutes being blocked in when he shows a 20-second clip,
Yeah,
that's where it starts to look like,
yeah.
is this a vendetta against Eddie Hearn?
Well, that's the thing you got to look at. Chris obviously has got vendettas against Eddie Hearn. He doesn't get on well with Frank Warren, to be honest with you, either.
Don't get on with any of them, does he?
Any promoter, perhaps you could even chuck out there. So, yeah, he's putting obviously his 10p's worth in, a little dig at Eddie,
But it all helps to sell the fight again, doesn't it?
It does indeed. It does indeed. It creates that interest. Yeah, it creates the interest around the fight,
especially with the casual fans.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, if it's true, you got to worry about safety concerns there for the fighters. Especially with the rehydration clause, and having a tough fight like that. You don't want anything that delayed that to get to the hospital, do you really? So
yeah, absolutely. Health and safety factors in this fight is being a very controversial thing, but we are here. The clauses have been agreed, and the fight is on. And if you look at Chris Eubank, naturally the bigger man at 5'11", he's contested at super middleweight before. Some went for him in the first, thinking the size would be an advantage. Some went against him because of the weight drain. Cracking fight, as we said, the first one. I was glued to it. It was an absolute barnstormer of a fight. The scorecards were 116, 112 across the board for Eubank Jr., unanimous decision. Did you think that was a fair result?
Absolutely, yeah. When you see 3 judges score it that, then you got to agree with that. I know we've had some dodgy scoring recently on some fights, but I absolutely agree with that. It's pretty spot on scoring for myself anyway.
I actually had it a little bit closer than that.
Oh, did you?
When I watched it live, I actually had it a little bit closer than that. I thought the right man won.
Yeah.
But I think I've watched it back a couple of times since, and I did probably see the 116, 112 when I watched it back. But
yeah,
we've got the beauty of that, watching it back several times to see how the scorecards, the judges haven't got that. Obviously, they have to make a decision there and then. Yeah. But I'm not going to talk about judges in this episode. I've had enough of talking about them.
We've like I said, we've had some dodgy scorecards recently. So
just a few.
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah. Well, Chris Eubank has brought in Bomac, which of course is the trainer of the great Terence Crawford. Brilliant fighter. Helped him do a number on Canelo. Eubank brought him in as well for the Liam Smith rematch. It worked. He took Smith apart. Do you think, without giving a prediction, this will have an effect on the fight?
Oh, absolutely. Bomac's one of the best trainers out there, if you ask me. Obviously, you mentioned Terence Crawford, who's probably one of the best pound for pounds out there, if not the best. It's a smart move, if you ask me. If I was a boxer, I want Bomac in my corner 100%. So as long as he keeps his gun at home, doesn't bring it with him, we could be okay. So
yeah. Of course, you're talking about the when he got arrested for having the gun on him, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he's been advised to leave that at home.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be bringing that across the UK. No.
But yeah, absolutely, Bomac, top trainer. If anyone, like I said, he's one of the best out there. If you ask me, if you want anyone in your corner, 100%.
Totally agree with that. I think it's a fantastic move. I mean, he had Jonathan Banks, I think it was in the corner for the last one. And I'll be completely honest with you, I've never really rated him as a trainer. And he got over the line, but we're not going to come to predictions yet.
No.
The face-off, have you seen the face-off this week at all?
No, I haven't, no. Well,
the face-off they've done, DAZN released it. There seems more respect between the two now after sharing 12 rounds together. Conor Benn actually said to Eubank, he quite likes him for what he does, and he's very effective what he does with building up the fights and everything. So yeah, I just think there's a bit more respect than the needle that was in the first one.
So I'm not going to expect any sort of eggs in the face.
None of that,
no. Not this time then.
Actually, when we was talking about the build-up, we forgot to mention the eggs, didn't we? Across the face, yeah.
There was so much going on. There's so much to talk about on the first fight. But you're right. Obviously, we may not see that bit more respect from both fighters.
Definitely. Well, we've had the little analogy of the build-up. Can you break the fight down for us, Steve? How do you think it goes and who do you think wins?
Yeah, well, I think Benn did make a mistake in the first fight. I think he was loading up his shots probably too early in that fight. He was looking for, I don't know, to stop Eubank. He really wanted to stop him, put the pressure on. And I think he mentioned in an interview, his emotions took over really the fight. So I can see more controlled Benn this time round. I think he won't be looking to load up straight away. I think he'll be looking for moments to do that. With regards to Eubank, I don't see him changing that much tactic wise, except maybe trading less. You know, the sort of macho when they're fighting. I think sometimes I don't know how Benn. I think it was round 10. I don't know even in the first fight how he survived that round. He's taken an onslaught from Eubank there. Yeah. So, but I don't see Eubank. I wouldn't want to trade, even I know he's not saying the smaller guy, Benn, but he certainly has got a whack about him anyway, a punch about him. So if I was Eubank, I'll pretty much keep the same tactics, but probably trade less. I think.
The TalkSport have been saying that they think that Eubank will come out to try and close the show early. I don't particularly agree with that.
No.
I don't agree with that at all. I think it was Spencer Oliver that said that. I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, well, Benn, you know, his movement's pretty good. He's pretty quick, to be honest with you. So, and Eubank's not really a quick start, would you say? I don't know. So,
well, I thought in the first one, I thought Benn was very wild.
Yeah,
he was like an emotional train wreck the way he come out, swinging wild. Yeah. The emotions got on top of him. Mm-hmm. Eubank obviously looked very huge from the off. He looked the bigger fighter. And he looked the better boxer. He used his jab better. Mm. But I feel like the first fight was a tale of like Eubank started well. Benn started to take some of the middle rounds. Then Eubank come on towards the end again. But you've got to look at that 12th round. I mean, you know, they were going absolutely toe-to-toe with each other, weren't they? I mean, I thought Conor Benn at the end done very, very well to stand up, didn't they?
Well, what I was going to say to you, Darren, if that rehydration clause wasn't in effect, do you think Eubank would have got that stoppage? That's a question for you.
No, really, in all honesty, probably, because he was. I mean, both of them were knackered as well. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, he was absolutely, he was going for broke and he had nothing left. And I think from when you see 6 rounds onwards, Eubank was really, really starting to struggle in that fight. Mm. Like I said, I think even though he sort of come on towards the end, it was like he got a second wind. But how we know Eubank, it just seemed like, for what we know of Conor Benn as well, has not really been at that level. I thought Eubank would have beat Conor Benn a lot easier than what he did in the first fight. But there is obviously his restrictions he's got. But I thought Conor Benn took a shot well. Eubank caught him several times, but also Conor Benn did catch Eubank quite a lot of times in that fight. And if anyone was wobbling and looked unsteady the most, I would say Eubank, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think Eubank, Eubank in the first, I don't think he's going to do too much different in the second one. I don't think it'll be a dogfight like the first one was. I think it'll have its moments, but I think at 36 years of age, it would have taken a lot out of Chris Eubank, that first fight. I mean, you look at some of the wars over the years with George Groves as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. It'd be a fool to, like I said, want to go in there and trade it for the sake of trading it, knowing that, you know, he could probably outbox Benn, to be honest with you. It'd be foolish. And hopefully Beaumack's saying that to him as well. You don't have to go in there, you know, and go, you know, toe-to-toe with this guy to win it.
Well, he looks severely hydrated after the fight as well. Mm-hmm. And obviously Benn's the younger man. I think he's going to have learnt a lot from that first fight. And I think the weight issue for Eubank does affect him. That rehydration clause, there's no doubt, definitely affects him.
Yeah.
I think he's productive with his work in this one. I don't think, like you said, I think he's going to be more composed. I think Conor Benn is going to look to take Eubank down the straight and try and take him out late. And I've got a feeling that could happen.
Really? Wow.
What do you think?
Wow. Well,
I do,
I've prepared my speech, and the procedure will be parliamentary. It's Eubank, UD again. I don't see nothing else.
You think so?
Yeah, don't see anything else, really.
Well, I watched the fight back the other day, and I just think that Conor Benn, if he can keep composed more at the start, like the way he done the middle rounds, I think if he can like do that from the start, and the way Eubank, as we know, the restrictions he's got, I just think Conor Benn, it'll either be a late stoppage, or I think Conor Benn could win this on
Oh,
points.
that's a
But
big shout.
if someone said to me, make a prediction right now, what do I think? I would say Conor Benn late
Wow,
stoppage.
that is a big shout.
I think he's proved he can hurt Eubank. I think he proved he can hurt
Yeah.
him. But it was his first sort of like real test to step up to the first real step to that weight. And I just think it'll do him the world of good. I've got a feeling he's going to win this one, Conor
Wow.
Benn.
Interesting.
So you don't see any, you can't make a case for Conor Benn at all.
I think he definitely would have learned from the first fight. Like I said, I think it would be a more controlled performance from Benn, but I just don't think he have enough. I think it'd be close in the scorecards again, but ultimately, I think it'd be 2 or 3 rounds to Eubank.
Do you think you're expecting an exciting fight?
Yeah, but I think
Not like the first.
not like the first, and we may get a bit of pressure from the crowd if it starts off a bit slow. You know, when the crowd thinks, can start booing and stuff like that. Maybe we may get that, and that may force them to open up and trade a bit more. We may get that pressure from the crowd. That's what I'm thinking. If it starts a bit slow, you got a lot of casual fans there that want to see the knockouts. You may get. It wouldn't surprise me if you get a little bit of booing from the crowd, and that may just entice them into trading and opening up a bit more.
I'll tell you what, that would be a comparison to the first, wouldn't it? An all-out fight of the year contender to having that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we've covered the main event. I think we've covered that pretty well. You're going Eubank. I'm going Conor Benn.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at the undercard now.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good, I don't believe, as the first fight. I mean, I think which will be co-main chief support. Jack Catterall, Echo Esserman, obviously he's the pick of the undercard, isn't it?
Yeah. With this card, you're paying for the main event, unfortunately. But you just mentioned Catterall versus Esserman. That's got to be fight of the night for me.
Really good fight, isn't it?
Yeah. If Eubank and Benn isn't the fight of the night, I'm sure that will be. So it's a great fight.
My only doubt about this one is the boxing hardcore like us will really appreciate what particularly Jack Catterall does.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure it's going to excite the boxing casuals. Esserman is the more entertaining fighter. He's had a couple of good fight of the year contenders. I was ringside for one of his fights in Birmingham against Ben Vaughan. It was a brilliant fight. Do you agree? Do you think even though we appreciate it, do you think it might not be a riveting watch?
Maybe.
Well, I'm saying on paper, it is a good fight, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think technically it's a really good fight. And I think we know what, as boxing fans, we know what we're going to get with both. I know what you're trying to say. So with both fights, if you've seen them fight before, you kind of know what to expect. But I think it's a great fight. It's going to be a close one. And my prediction, and when the fight was announced, I tipped Esserman to win it.
Really?
So, yeah, on points. The guy's got an engine on him, solid engine.
Well, that's his nickname.
Yeah,
the
Jack's
engine.
moving up a weight. It's a new weight for him. It's going to be good. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, I think it's called Echo the Engine Esserman, isn't it? So yeah, you are correct.
He's got the best, I think, conditioning out there for boxers. Definitely out there.
Well, potential world title challenges for the winner of this fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I just look at Esserman. He's the older man at 36. Catterall's 32. You are right about the Catterall weight change.
Mm-hmm.
I've always rated Esserman. He's a former British, Commonwealth, European champion. I just don't think he's always exceeded to get to that next level.
Okay.
I always sort of feel like he's fell short. Like, he's always been in close fights. For example, in Birmingham, he beat Ben Vaughan I think it was a majority decision. I think it was. He got dropped against Owen Cooper. Close fight with Chris Congo.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, his only loss was to Harry Scarf. When you compare to Jack Catterall, where he's been at that level, I just think there's comparisons. Fantastic win for Echo Esserman against Josh Taylor.
Yeah,
But I think it was also the right time as well.
Yeah,
Obviously, Josh Taylor's jacked it in.
yeah. I hate to say that. I called that as well. So
The onus is on you now, then, Steve.
yeah, no. So, but I like this fight. It is a good one. Like I said, it's a hard one to call. So yeah,
Be interesting to see as well. Nigel Travis and Jamie Moore. Obviously, Jack Cattrall split
yeah.
them, and
So
now he's got Jaron Ennis, his dad as well, hasn't he?
yeah, exactly. And so you're going for Catterall then? I take it. So
Well, I just think I look at Cattrall. He should have beaten Josh Taylor twice. Obviously, he got the decision once. And he fought Josh in 2022 when Josh was a far better fighter and he had more left. And at world level, I think Cattrall has that more experience. I think Cattrall will nullify what Echo Esserman can do. Like, obviously, he's got a great engine, like you said. But I just think Cattrall will have enough, do the same sort of style he does, and will nullify Esserman's work. And being at the fighter at that higher level, I just think he'll have enough to win on points.
okay.
But it'd be interesting to see whether the new trainer, which is Jaron Ennis's dad, will try and change that Jack Cattrall style, because even though it's effective, it's not always a riveting watch. But will they try and change what's been effective in the past?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think they will? Do you think he will, or anything like that?
No. Like I said, it's an interesting one. When you're so used to fighting a certain way and you get new trainer wants to, change you. So it's interesting, isn't it? So, but I don't see him fighting any different, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think probably a UD Cattrall. What do you think for Esserman? UD.
Esserman, UD.
UD.
Yeah.
You know what? It's good though, because it's interesting. Two of the main fights we've covered, we both got two different opinions.
Exactly.
This is what you want to see, and
Exactly
it'd be interesting for people
Mm-hmm.
watching this show to leave their comments as well to see
Absolutely.
whether they agree with me, whether they agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
The undercard, Adam Azim's on it against Kurt Scobie. Is it that? I think that's
Is it Scobie or Scooby?
Scobie, but a lot of people are calling him Scooby.
Scooby. Yeah.
Interesting fight, that one.
Yeah, I don't really know much about him, to be honest with you. When the fight was announced, I had to obviously look and see, where's that. But yeah, you should see a Adam Azim quite easy win, I should imagine, on that one.
I think he's going to be tested in that. I expect him to win, but yeah, I do. I think he'll be tested, but I expect him to win. But a few fighters in the game that know that Scobie do think he's he's half decent test for Adam Azim at this stage.
Okay.
Just a quick one. Richard Riakporhe, you expect him to blast Welsh out? Yeah.
Even before you said, yep. It's great to see Richard back. So he's had a
with Billy Nelson, of course.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's still a decent fighter, if you ask me. So yeah, it's great to see him back.
Yeah, and then you got the other one was just Ishmael Davis and Sam Gilly as well.
Another one, a big fan of Ishmael Davis. He always willing to fight, put him on the card anywhere. So yeah, that's an interesting one as well. So
yeah, I think Ishmael Davis will probably just have a little bit too much for Sam Gilly. I just think that Ishmael again has just fought at that slightly higher level.
High level, yeah.
But this all comes live Saturday, November the 15th, live from the Tottenham Hotspur ground. Pay-per-view again on DAZN. Just a quick one, Steve. Have you ordered your DAZN Ultimate?
Not yet. I'm waiting.
You are going to do it though.
Yeah, wait, maybe if the better offer comes along, really. So, but
I think we've got the offer till the 1st of December, and that's it then.
Right. Really, yeah. It is a bit of, obviously, a lot of controversy this week. I've seen about it, how they said there weren't going to be any more pay-per-views and stuff like that. So, but we all knew it was coming. We know bullshit when we see it. So, it's just as simple as that, really. So,
and unfortunately, that happens a lot with DAZN.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, false promises.
Yeah. Well, let's not end the show on a negative. I think we should end it there.
It's still going to be a great night. I'm not going to pay for this pay-per-view this time. So there you go.
You're not paying for it?
I am going to pay
for it. Oh, you are paying for this. Sorry, because you didn't pay for Wardley Parker?
No, I watched it on YouTube, I must admit, the following morning. So, but yeah, I'm excited about this fight. I want to watch it live. I think it's going to be good.
Yep, I'm excited like you are. So, like I said, Saturday, November the 15th, live on DAZN, $24.99 on pay-per-view, or get your DAZN Ultimate, and I'm not touting for them.
You're on 10% commission or something?
I'm just stating facts.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Steve. Really enjoyed this, mate. Appreciate your time.
Always enjoy the fights.
Thanks, mate. And anyone, if you agree with me, agree with Steve, let us know in the comments. Thanks for all the subscriptions. Like and subscribe. Thank you.